Hello, everyone. My name is Laura Sanchez, and I'm a psychic, and I also do tarot. And I can also contact people that have passed on. And one of the most interesting ones happened when my friends, decided to do an Oscar party and play the music of Prince, the remastered Prince album. Oh, do you like my hat? Okay, just thought I'd show it to you. Oh, great. And everyone was sharing their stories of how Prince had influenced us. And we were all very distraught that he was not on Earth anymore. And I just had this overwhelming feeling that something bad had happened to him. And so a few months later, I was sitting at my computer, and I get this voice, this soft voice, saying, "The autopsy has come out." And so I'm like, "Oh, it's Prince's autopsy. Let me check on that." So I pull up the news article, and lo and behold, it says there was no foul play. And I'm reading it, and the first thing I hear is Prince's soft voice. You know, he has that kind of soft voice, and he says, "There was foul play." And I knew it. I knew it in my heart. I knew that someone had killed him. And I just was heartbroken and hoping for justice for him, and just to have this document from the coroner's office that was not true just adds more pain to his family. And I could see him, that he's like slumped over in the elevator, and I knew that someone had done that to him. And the other reason that came to me too is that Prince wanted to be a father. He wanted to have a child, and he also uh, felt that he had more time on this earth, and he hadn't done a will. And those two major factors in his life confirm that he did not go willingly out of this earth. And I have prayed several times. You know, the people that did it to him are still at large. So, um, do not pursue those people. And maybe get out the Prince album and play it. He was just a wonderful light. So, and I'll hear him. Sometimes I'll be walking into a store, and there he'll play the Purple Rain album. And just as a side note, Prince was such a magnanimous energy. And I've just often, asked him, if he's willing to come back to this earth. And he when he did one of the Purple Rain concerts, I think it was the Super Bowl, and what had happened was it rained. And so here's Prince out with his guitar, with his electrical equipment, in the middle of a rainstorm. And he's like telling his manager or someone on his team, "Can it rain harder?" And so that anyone normally with electrical equipment would have been electrocuted, but not Prince, because that's what he was sent to this earth to give us, this entertainment and all this beautiful music. So that's who contacts me on occasion. I'll hear his music, and I know it's his presence. Okay, so um, I have got some incredible news about the DOJ, the investigation. And what I wanted to say is, Merrick Garland is an incredible talent. And the intense criticism he has faced for slow walking this is really uh, just just precipitating the amount of hatred and backlash that we could receive from the Republican side if he had immediately, acted on all of these, the Trump, court trials. So I do feel grateful to him. He has faced so much heartache from the Trump side, and equally as much heartache from all the Republicans that have been harnessed with hatred against him. And taking a step back, I really feel he did the correct job, because here we are for the election. Oh, and I've got another vision for you, because here we are before the election, and Kamala is going to win by a huge amount, and that amount is into the 300s, well into the 300s. And but I bring that up because not only has she harnessed all the joy with Tim Walz and all the joy, but they are working 24/7. And so what I want to emphasize is this is not a moment for us to stop. We have like 60 some days, and her campaign is literally working 24 hours a day. And so for her to have this magnanimous victory, not only does she have like the best people, she has the Obama, one of the Obama men that ran the campaign, the incredible staff at the DNC. She's got offices in the swing states. She has contacted people that are living abroad but have the right and the ability to vote because they're U.S. citizens. And she is like contacting the entire population. And all I could say is the Republicans feel a huge amount of jealousy, because when you compare candidates, she is the one that far outweighs Trump. She has over 30 years experience. And as a matter of fact, the only person with more experience than Kamala is President Biden with 50 years experience. So the next 60 days are incredibly difficult, and the only way that they can secure that huge win is to keep working. And so we're going to have a huge win. And later on, I'll share the number, but later on towards the 60 days, because things are changing and getting better. And and I did have another bit of information. There was one lady that she went on MSNBC, and she has access to 17 million people that vote for LGBTQ plus issues. Some of her are LGBTQ plus people, and some are just voting that way. And so there is a huge block coming. There is a huge block coming from the LGBTQ plus community that this woman has harnessed. It's incredible. And so the only way to secure this immense victory is to keep working 24 hours a day. And that's what the amazing, and that victory is going to be well into the 300s. And what I got as well is Texas is in play. I'm telling you, Texas is in play. And there's a lot of things said on MSNBC and CNN, and just take a step back and really listen to the heartbeat of this country. And that's what I've been doing. And Texas is in play, Georgia is in play, and Florida is in play, because there is many, many women that are anxious, excited. This is a moment in the history of our country, a moment where anything is possible. To have a woman, to have Kamala, this woman of extraordinary experience, come and lead us, to for Biden to have set the stage, and for her to take the rest. Biden is our beloved president, and he put into orbit the vision that we need to build the economy from the bottom up and the middle out. And so she has been learning from the best. He is for us, and so is she. And it's an incredible moment. And yes, I just wanted to let you know that it's very possible, and it's very possible that we're going to have more than 50 senators, more than 55 senators, and possibly even 60 senators. And in the House, it's very, very possible we are going to have 230 or possibly more. And because there is such a heartbeat in this country for for electing someone who is pro-democracy, someone is for us. And it's just an incredible moment. Okay, and so now what are the obstacles that we face right now? And I did the cards, and there is always the devil energy from the Republican side as far as, stealing, subverting the elections, all the things that they have done, from filing lawsuits to disenfranchise voters, from redistricting, from having, fake slates, from not certifying. There is a concerted effort throughout this country from the Republican side, and they are going to face judgment. Yes, so the Republicans are doing everything that they can to basically steal the election. A lot of these things, we're going to find out that they have been doing them for years, purging votes, redistricting, and suing in the courts to take this voter out, to take this block of voters out. And all that's going to come out. And let me tell you, Merrick Garland did an incredible job. Justice is coming. Not little justice, big justice with a J. Let me tell you, that train of karma is coming. And how do I know it's coming? When is the more perfect time for these documents to come out, telling people what the Republicans are doing? 2 months before the election. So all the swing, the independent voters and people that might not have voted, they are going to wonder, why is Trump so in alignment with Putin? And Putin wants nothing but to break our country apart, and that's going to be evident. And it's a huge investigation. There's congressmen, there's the YouTubers, there's also actors, there's many people, in the entertainment industry that are doing this. And when I say justice, I mean all that money from Putin has blood on it, has blood on their hands. And there is going to be a huge price to pay. And let me give you just one of the reversals. We want to know a bit about justice. I want to give you a quick what our Heavenly Father, the Spirit, Well, remember when Rudy Giuliani was threatening those two black women that were running and probably saved the democracy? They were the Georgia poll workers, or the vote counters, and they had done nothing wrong. They did their job, and they did it the way Georgia requires it. Putting the tallying up the votes and putting them in the bags and then in the carts. And for that, they got death threats. They had to move out, and it was just an evil time in their life, and so much, not just hatred, but people were saying that they were going to kill them. People showed up with guns. Well, let me just give you a little taste of the justice that's coming. So for Giuliani, not only did he lose his law license, but a lawyer helped them win a defamation case. And then Giuliani said, "Hey, I don't have any money." The judge threw that out. And guess who's going to end up owning his condo? The two very women that he defamed, that he said he sent life-threatening messages to, that he had people go over there and say that they were going to kill them. So see, justice is coming back, and all that money that came from Russia has blood on it. And if you look up Russia, you will find that Putin has invaded and killed time after time after time after time. And so anyone that accepted that money, anyone, from Trump but to his friends and to just people saying, well, I just have free speech. Not so when you accept money from Russia. Not so, you can't hide it anymore. And justice is coming. Justice is coming. And when I would run the cards, there'd always be the King of Cups. I believe this is Biden. Now is the perfect time for it to come out, 2 months before the election. And there was always devil energy. These people have accepted huge amounts of money. And it's basically about to treason. They're voting against their own country, our country. It's the just the most despicable thing, to do that. But wait, justice is coming. That train of karma is coming, and they're going to be on it. It's so huge. I mean, when I say his investigation is huge, I mean it's woo, so huge, and it involves so many people, and there is no way they can get around that. That all that money has blood on it, and their fortunes are going to be reversed. Oh, and I got an incredible vision. It's down the road, but I just wanted to share like a little snippet with you. And it's about Trump. And there's a moment where he's sitting in his big comfy chair, and he's been convicted from, all those cases. And he's going over in his mind. He's in this big comfy chair. He's not restrained. He's in a big room, and he's just there in the chair by himself. And he doesn't want to pay E. Jean Carroll, and he doesn't want to go to jail, but he is convicted, of all those crimes. As well, we know that he did it. And I know you, as well as I, were praying for justice. And his last words, this is the vision I got from Spirit, from God, from Heavenly Father. His last words were, "I don't want to be here." And I heard him so clearly. That's the vision I got from Spirit, from our Heavenly Father. And he passes. And I feel that his passing will be able to dissipate all the hatred. It's like he took a hatchet to this country, and we'll be able to move forward from this hatred. I'm thinking of doing like a healing ceremony after that, and see if we can like ground all that hatred, because there's no reason for the hatred to be here. I do not wish Trump any harm, but what's going to happen to him has already been decreed by our Heavenly Father. I had nothing to do with it, nor did you have anything to do with it. It's already been decreed. So we will have justice, and I feel his last moments are in this chair. At least that's the vision I was given. And so I wanted to impart that to you, not to feel, we don't need to take matters into our hands, and because God has already taken care of that. And seeing him in jail is what it really is required from anyone who committed that amount of crimes. But he is someone that at every moment he's here on earth. And let me see if I can let you know what Spirit, our Heavenly Father said. Our Heavenly Father said every moment that Trump is here on earth, he is causing utter destruction of our country and subsequently the planet. And so the train of karma is coming for him. And let me tell you, there's many, many stops that he's going to have to make on that train of karma. But the train is coming for him. And it's coming for him. And when he goes, there is, when you pass, there is a set of judges, and that's, of course, they're much different from here on earth. There is a set of judges, and he will have to answer, for his crimes. So that's already in motion, because the train of karma is coming. And a lot of those people, the Mike Johnson, the Jim Jordans, they're just a piece of spit. You know what I'm saying? They're just a piece of spit. There is nothing really, you scream and you take money from Russia and you do the worst for your country. That's the definition of a piece of spit. Okay? But what I want to leave you all is, now is the moment. Now is the moment to harness whatever you wanted to achieve in life. We are given this huge gift of Kamala Harris. No one has 30 years experience, and she was, ordained to come and lead us, out of this hatred. And so if there's a business you wanted to start, a project, now is the time. Because not only is she going to create, the housing, opportunities for housing, but she's also going to create the tax credits for businesses. And so I feel that many women we were repressed because the energy from the Republican Party is just really only men were allowed. But now with Kamala, it's, all that female energy, all the goodness, all the incredible things, everything you thought you could be, you can. It's just going to bring a new energy, and it's just going to be great. It's just going to be great. And so I just want to leave you with love and support. And, if there's something you wanted to achieve, just jot it down. Do a little word, write a little list or do a Word document of everything you wanted to achieve, because your dream is coming. And so, I'm going to do a grounding ceremony after that energy passes, because I want to just see how we can heal our country and just move forward into the new future that God has given us. It's amazing. Oh, and let's put a blanket of love around President Biden, like right now. Just imagine President Biden and just send him love right now, because one of the there was just so many. President Biden was also ordained, 50 years experience. He incredible experience to unify NATO, so we are protected, so that our children and their children are protected with the cohesion of NATO. And to do his job, he got hit after hit after hit after hit from Trump. Trump became like this shadow, he tried to be like a shadow president. And he tried everything that President Biden tried to accomplish, whether it was the COVID shots, whether it was the debt, the student debt, whether it was voting, just a simple thing as voting rights. He just blocked and blocked and blocked. And of course the immigration. But so let's put a blanket of love around President Biden right now. President Biden, we send you love. We love you so much. You are appreciated so much. You are our beloved leader. You're the leader of the free world. You took us out of COVID. And we just want to tell you how much we love you, President Biden, how much we care for you, how much we appreciate you, you and your family, you and your family, you and your family. And I also want to send some love to Hunter, because as all this was happening, remember how this firing squad occurred. Hunter went to the White House to see his father, as any son would. And he just received so much criticism for that. And you and I know that if our father was having problems as large as those, we would go to his place of work and see how we could support him. So let's spread a blanket of love also with Hunter. He just meant to support his father. So President Biden, we love you, we love you, we love you, we love you, we love you. We're sending you love. And remember, love is always stronger than hate. Be well, guys. I love you. If you want to have a reading, drop me a message and we'll do a video Zoom. I love you all. And we've got 60 plus days. We've got to keep our nose to the grindstone. I love you all. Love is stronger than hate.